Hi, hello, mabuhay to each and everyone out there who's watching this video on our YouTube channel. I'm Raymark, Gallevo, and I'm with my partners, Miss.
Hello everyone, I'm Patricia Beltran.
And I'm cris Salvacion. Welcome to
Global
Connections,
Stories
of Filipinos Workers Abroad. So we're here to celebrate the beauty of our diversity in all forms.
We are your hosts for today. We have an inspiring lineup of guests who will share their experiences and insights.
Embracing and celebrating the multi-diversity along the world.
So for our first guest, please allow me to introduce Mr. Lito Arribas, Officer in Charge of Navigational Watch, a renowned advocate for cultural diversity. Welcome, sir. So for my first question is, how has living and working in a different country?
Living in working in different country is so hard, especially when you are away with your family and missing them every day, and working in different country is to provide and finance my family.
Welcome, sir. We are glad that you're here with us, though it's not personal. My next question, sir, is how do you maintain a sense of connection to your Filipino identity while living in another country?
To maintain a sense of connection to my co-Filipino and crew members on board is to understand and listen to them, to their own opinion, and respect and give an advices they needed.
Good day, sir. I hope you're okay and doing well. My question for you is, what is the hardest part of working in a diverse environment?
The hardest part of working in diverse environment is to embrace love, understand, and accepting the most challenging part of being away with your loved ones.
For your next question, on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortably can you talk about your social and cultural background in the workplace?
I didn't post or talk everything about my personal lives, and I don't even share what problems that I have encountered even in social media to aware misunderstanding to other people. So I scale it for 5.
So for your next question, how do you approach understanding a culture that is unfamiliar to you?
I approach a culture, so you must be observant with other people's doing and be vigilant in everything that surrounds you.
So again, next question, sir. How do you celebrate Filipino traditions and cultural events while living abroad?
In my case, we are all Filipino crew on board, so it's not difficult for us to celebrate the same as what my tradition and culture event.
So can you share any insight or lesson that you've learned from your experiences as an OFW, and do you have any advices to those people who went to work abroad like us?
I learned through my experience the importance of being open-minded, control my temper, handle people attitude. The one valuable lesson is to respect and listen to other people's perspective. And when offering an advice is to be more patient with your subordinates and crew member when it comes to their attitude and how to understand them when it comes to our work.
Thank you so so much, Sir Lito, for joining us today and sharing your valuable insights on multi-diversity.
So thank you so much, Sir Lito. So for everyone, always remember that embracing our differences does not just enrich our lives, but it strengthens the fabric of our global community.
Until next time, this is your host, Mary Cris Salvacion,
And Patricia Jane Beltran,
And Raymark Gallevo, signing off from
Global
Connection
Stories
of Filipino Workers Abroad.
Abroad.
Thank you for watching.
So good evening, sir. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. My name is Edane Dungka, and I'll be conducting this interview with you. Before we begin, I want to assure you that this interview is intended to be a collaborative and respectful dialogue. Your thoughts and opinions are valued, and I encourage you to share openly and candidly throughout our discussion. So, what is your name, sir?
Good evening, sir. My name is Florian Nino Batausa.
And what is your company or organization in the country?
My company is K-Line, and it's a shipping company.
And what is your job title and years in service?
Well, my job title is I'm a seafarer, and I'm 3 years now in the service.
So thank you. For the purpose of the project, we have to be aware of diversity in the workplace, to understand how does diversity help the workplace, and lastly, to learn the pros and cons working with different people with different culture backgrounds. So the flow of the interview also is the purpose of our interview, importance of a diverse workplace, and lastly, understanding about cultural diversity. So me and my classmates are having 10 questions with you. So number 1, how do you manage and adapt to cultural differences in your host country while working as an overseas Filipino worker?
Okay. Thank you, sir, for your very nice question. Sir, well, first of all, it's not that easy to manage. Hindi mo talaga as in ma-manage, or you can't actually totally adapt to their culture, because we or as Filipino have also our own culture, especially when it's your first time abroad. So I think I manage or adapt for me by being an open-minded person, and also learn to practice their culture, and you study their culture, and always put in mind that you should have more than 100% of patience, because kailangan mo talaga yan, sir, habang nasa abroad ka. Madaming mga ibang lahi doon, yung culture nila hindi parehas sa atin, kaya kailangan mong tatagan yung loob mo, at saka be strong and pray to God. I think that's it.
So thank you. For the question number 2, can you share a specific instance where you successfully navigated a cultural challenge while abroad, and how did it impact your work or daily life?
Okay. Share a specific instance. So I will name one nationality, for example, like I've been with Japanese people. So Japanese people, well, not literally all of them, but mostly to my senior or what I'm working with, they have this culture that they are very punctual and very hardworking people. So it did really have a big impact on me towards my work and my life. Like na-adapt ko din yung ano nila, like they're always on time since we Filipinos are not very good on time. We kind of late, maging late tayo, hindi tayo on time talaga. Kaya sa Japanese na mga tao, lagi talaga silang on time, very punctual. So, na-adapt ko din yung kaya it makes my life or my work easier. Mas mabilis ko matapos yung work ko kasi lagi na akong nasa time, and the more time na makapagtrabaho ka, mas mabilis patapos yung work mo. Yun naman po.
So, number 3, how do you stay connected with your Filipino cultural identity while living and working in a multicultural environment?
I guess, nasa dugo na natin yan eh. Like, it's in our culture, because other nationalities are also fan of our Filipino culture. Like, proud din sila sa atin kasi we Filipino are very hospitable. Masasabi ko talaga yan. And we are very friendly and welcoming people. I guess that's what makes me get closer to my coworkers. And we finish our job smooth, no hassle. Kasi nga, nasa blood natin, nasa culture natin na madali tayo mag-adapt sa iba. That would be all.
So, number 4, what steps do you take to build positive relationships with colleagues from different cultural backgrounds in your workplace overseas?
I think by adjusting with their culture and their behavior, yun talaga yung I think and also increase our public relationship, or try natin na maging open din sa kanila para like we have to talk with each other, communicate with each other, because I think communication is very important abroad.
Thank you. Number 5, describe a situation where you had to overcome a language barrier in your work as an OFW, and how did you effectively communicate and collaborate despite the challenge?
Yes, like what I said earlier, Japanese people, because sila naman talaga yung lagi kong nakakasama. So, sila lang yung gawin kong example. Japanese people, they are very poor in English. Like, basic lang talaga yung alam nila, ganun. Kaya, I try to communicate with them. So, basic English, not so good, like that. So, we use sign language para magkaintindihan na kami, para maalam namin ma-interpret namin yung anong ibig nilang sabihin. Like, kung may iutos sila sa amin. Sign language na lang talaga kasi nga, yung English nila is talagang basic lang. So, yun na po.
So, number 6, how do you handle homesickness and maintain mental well-being while being away from your home country and family for extended periods?
Yeah, that's a very timely question, no? So, dati kasi, before, napakahirap talaga i-handle yung homesickness na yan. Lalo na sa mga old seafarer kasi dati wala pa tayong wifi. We don't have internet, but now we have the internet. We can now easily communicate our loved ones. Maka-video call na tayo. Tawag tayo sa families natin, mga friends, girlfriends, lalo na ngayon na magba-Valentine's bukas. So, madali na tayo kasi may internet. Also, we on ship have this kind of leisure time. We play basketball. We have poker games, video calls, PlayStation. So also drinking beer, we have that. So you cannot feel lonely on board ship kasi madaming pwedeng gawin.
So, thank you. Number 7, in what ways do you contribute to promoting cultural understanding and harmony among your fellow OFWs and the local community in your host country?
In what ways do you contribute? Promoting cultural understanding? I think constant communication and helping each other. Yun siguro yung masasabi ko. Like, if you have a problem, you can talk to your friend or your co-workers or Filipino workers. And also, if they have a problem, you show to them that they can rely on you or they can share their problems with you, and you can also have your advice to them. Ganun. Wag lang siguro yung mga financial problems kasi mahirap na.
Thank you. Number 8, can you share an experience where cultural differences influence your decision-making process? And how did you ensure a culturally sensitive approach?
Yes. Yes, it affects my decision making. For example, working on a specific job, like me and my senior engineer, we have this work. He has an idea, at meron din akong idea. But since he is the boss or my senior engineer, siya talaga yung masusunod. Kaya in their culture, they don't really assess the situation. Like, first they just do the job. They don't look for any risk or danger in the job. So kung may approach ka, we can talk about the possible dangers or risks na pwedeng mangyari. So yung ginagawa namin actually before the work, we have this meeting, we have to sign for a risk assessment for our safety sa barko at sa environment.
So, number 9, how do you keep yourself informed about the cultural norms, traditions, and customs of the country you are working in to avoid misunderstandings or conflict?
Yun na nga yung big help talaga yung internet. Yung may internet na kasi tayo ngayon, social media, you can look for social media, alam mo yung mga culture nila. We have YouTube, news, and everything na pwede mo ma-access sa social media. So, yes, internet. Yun.
So, lastly, number 10, what strategies do you use to celebrate and share Filipino culture with your international colleagues and friends while overseas?
Strategies. Siguro sa akin, sa amin mga Filipino, pinapakita namin sa iba, like yung mga videos namin kung paano kami mag-celebrate sa atin, like family bonding na gaano tayo ka-hospitable, welcoming sa kanila. Like, we have this mag-inuman session, chika-chika, video kay kantahan, lahat ng pwedeng mangyari sa inuman, ganon. So, I think yun yung strategy ko na ma-share sa Filipino culture with other colleagues.
Well, Sir L'Oreal Nino, we have come to the end of our interview, and I want to extend my sincerest gratitude for your time and insights today. Your perspective has been invaluable, and I'm sure our audience will benefit greatly from the wisdom you have shared. Thank you for that, Sir Florian Nino. Your insights have truly enriched our conversation.
Thank you din po. Thank you po sa inyo at good luck po sa thesis or ano nyo. Ingat po palagi and God bless everyone.